Welcome to Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today AOC voted for this spending bill that funded Israel $500 million. But first, don't forget to share support. Hopefully, donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. Let's get into this. So, I showed this in a video yesterday of it's Thomas Massey showing where some of these appropriations are going of foreign aid. As you can see here, $300 million to Syria and Iraq military. Not looking good. Especially when you have Al-Qaeda running Syria. Who the fuck knows runs Iraq? And Syria looks like they're about to break out into war, possibly. I know they said there was like a ceasefire or something, but you know, maybe that's between Israel and Syria. But what's happening in Syria? It seems to be like there's factions getting ready to fuck each other up. You can see 118 million overseas disasters. Okay, 15 million for AIDS in Africa. Okay, here's the 500 million to Israel, which I believe is, well, at least AOC is going to say it's for the Iron Dome. 350 million for Kuwait. Don't know why. 1.27 billion for foreign security. That's just a vague statement right there. 500 mil each for Taiwan and Jordan. This is the deal with China. This is to say, hey, keep helping Israel out, Jordan. Not me, Jordan, but the shitty country, Jordan. Sorry. Shitty government in Jordan, not the country. I'm sure the people are awesome. And 267 million to, I guess, reimburse countries that maybe dished out money or paid for something, or I don't fucking know. The more important part here is AOC. As you can see, she's essentially excusing herself, right, and giving her reasons why she voted against Marjorie Taylor Greene's policy to cut off aid to Israel. And here she goes. Marjorie Taylor Greene's amendment does nothing to cut off offensive aid to Israel, nor end the flow of U.S. munitions being used in Gaza. Of course, I voted against it. What it does do is cut off defensive Iron Dome capacities while allowing the actual bombs killing Palestinians to continue. Okay? I have long stated that I do not believe that adding to the death count of innocent victims to this war is war. War requires like two sides like actually really going at it. That it doesn't look that way. Is constructive to its end. That is a simple and clear difference of opinion that has long been established. Got it. I remain focused on cutting the flow of U.S. munitions that are being used to perpetuate the genocide in Gaza. Well, my initial thoughts with this, the thing that pops in my head is like, well, okay, you want to fund Israel's Iron Dome. Now, if I'm a dum-dum and I sit back and think about it, like, well, okay, those are defensive missiles. Got it. Right? Like, okay. Defensive missiles. If I would just read it on the surface, I get why someone would be in support of that, right? Those aren't offensive weapons. Unless they malfunction and fall back down on their own people. Which they don't care about, they won't mention, there's no sympathies about it. I'm just saying. Okay, on the surface, I get that. But if you look into these things, and you figure out, like, okay, who's shooting at Israel to where they need an Iron Dome? Like, think about it. Who's firing at Israel? It's where in a defensive system, an Iron Dome system is needed. Like, well, we've heard of Hamas, right? But then again, if you see what happens in Gaza and the West Bank, like, well, Israel has been torturing these people for a very long time. It's before October 7th and the whole genocide breaking out. It was already horrendous conditions where one side is not moving in any direction towards peace, right? To where, yeah, someone's going to get pissed off and fire rockets at you. So that one, sorry, that's not a good enough reason. Who else is shooting bombs or missiles at them? Let's go to Yemen. Yemen's been shooting at them, right? Well, if you look at it, the reason why Yemen is so pissed at Israel is because of what? The genocide, right? When there was when they entered a ceasefire, like right after Trump entered office, like this year or last year, 2024, when he got elected, and they went to a ceasefire, right? And there was no like crazy. I mean, there's people dying, there's stuff happening, 100%, but it wasn't all out bombardment, right? And that's when Yemen stopped firing either at Israel or at these, any type of companies or shipping companies that are connected to Israel. That's who they've been bombing, right? Ships, taking control of ships, and shooting things at Israel, right? Whether it's like Ben Gurion Airport or whatever. And the whole reason they're doing that, based on the evidence we've seen, is because of the genocide in Gaza. So to me, that's another throwaway. Like, that's not a good enough reason to give you a defense system. Like, you're fucking with people and they're shooting at you. Maybe if you stop, as we've seen, or move towards peace, maybe people wouldn't be firing at you. So those two scenarios that are notorious with rocket fire or missiles or whatever the fuck going into Israel, like those are, sorry, can't use those. So right now, two cases, and the Iron Dome is not justified, AOC. In fact, it's defense for when they commit crimes. This is why people are getting pissed at you, AOC, because you don't fucking know that somehow. I mean, she should know that, right? She has friends that recognize these things. She has all the resources in the fucking world. She has fucking millions of followers that could just tell her, like, yo, here's why we don't like the Iron Dome. Or you supporting it. Let's go to a third scenario. How about Iran? As the recent, quote-unquote, 12-day war. Iran was firing a shit ton of fucking missiles at Israel, right? Oh, they were firing missiles at them. But if you look at it, what happened? Why were they firing missiles at Israel? It's like, well, randomly. I mean, it's not randomly. It was coordinated with the U.S. They gave them intelligence. They gave them defense missile systems. They used their own to protect them. They planned it out together, and they sowed all the propaganda in the fucking world of Iran must not have nuclear weapons. Netanyahu every fucking year, Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. Even though evidence says they weren't even looking for it until you start pushing them. But either way, this little 12-day war thing, when Iran was bombing Israel, Israel fired first. They shot first. Iran responded. And Iran, like, they sound like the big brother, like, randomly. Like, they were like, yo, I'm not going to do anything to you, but if you touch me, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. All right? I see you jumping around and playing around, but if you hit me, I swear to God, just remember I told you. Remember I warned you. That was kind of Iran's mentality about it. And they did. When did they stop? They stopped when the U.S. got Israel to agree to stop. If Israel kept going, Iran would keep going, as far as I understand. So that's scenario number 3, where Israel is causing the reasons why they need the fucking Iron Dome in the first place. They're antagonizing people and all this shit, right? All these military actions. And then people fire back. And then AOC says, give them an Iron Dome for safety. It's to protect them. It's like, well, are you going to give an Iron Dome to these other countries? Is that your solution? That has to be your solution, right? Israel recently bombed Syria, right? Give them a fucking Iron Dome. Give Iran an Iron Dome. Give Yemen an Iron Dome. Give Gaza an Iron Dome. If that's your fucking solution, if you're not looking at how these things come about, AOC, you might as well just give everyone a fucking Iron Dome. Because that's your fucking logic. And yes, Kyle is correct down here. This is pathetic. This is super pathetic. hopefully, one of these fools. I know they're bigger content creators, right? Kyle, Mike Figueredo, Anya Parambil from what's her shit called? Gray Zone. This fucking squirrel guy, the RBN motherfuckers, the the artist formerly known as uh, the Fred Hampton leftist. Uh, but yeah, someone needs to say the logic of the scenario. Like, this is not some sort of Israel needs, like, oh, this is to protect the innocent. Like, I wish the point was to protect the regular people of Israel, because let's be real, it's their government and their military doing all this fucked up shit. You know, the military by the orders of the corrupt government. But at the same time, it's like they're doing these offensive things, and then when someone fires back, they're saying, we need defense. And it's like, that is as crooked as it gets. Somehow AOC doesn't know that, but there appears to be a lot of things she's not aware of. And she's been consistently voting in favor of the Iron Dome. So she's either getting bad advice or she's full of shit. Let's just be honest. She's either dumb, getting bad advice, which is dumb, or she's full of shit and corrupt, which is also dumb. I don't see any other way around it. Logic says you are dead wrong about this scenario, AOC. Not to say that Marjorie Taylor Greene's amendment is like going to fix everything. It's not. You're right. They are going to get munitions. The U.S. will keep giving them weapons and funding them and all that shit. That is essentially, the budget for Israel is a part of our own actual budget, our actual military budget that's meant for quote unquote for Americans, right? Our defense budget. Israel has a slice of that, along with other countries too. Other countries have this as well, but yeah, it's it's a little corrupt thing happening with our and other countries' foreign policies, and AOC is just dreadfully either ignorant or corrupt about it. It is what it is. But all right, I'll keep it short there, I guess. Damn, is there anything else I want to say? I think that logic alone, like I like to use dumb guy logic. I think that logic alone I think that gives the logical reason for why supporting the Iron Dome is not a good idea. So, all right, there's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree, disagree. Tell me what you think. Where do you? I assume that most people that watch my videos already have a suspicion about AOC. So I'm gonna if you like her or something, please say it in the comment section. But I think more importantly, tell me where do you think she is? Do you think she's just a dumb fuck? It's hard to be a dumb fuck with so many fucking resources around you. Like, honestly, all those resources and motherfuckers on the internet are outflanking you on these things. Like, come on, are you that dumb? A little hard to believe. I mean, she could be dumb in the sense of like, I want to maintain my position of power and get on the DNC stage and have people cheer for me, you know, instead of getting, you know, kind of ostracized and pushed to the side and, you know, trying to primary me like every fucking, you know, voting season. Like, maybe she's trying to avoid that, but that's, in my mind, stupid, strategical bullshit. What's that word you have in your little thing? Moral? Where's that at? Be there and stay there. Or, once again, she's just corrupt and full of shit. Or we're watching her grow into some form of corruption, right? Where some innocent girl thought she was going to change the world, and they slowly just fucking melted her brain and turned her into something else. Maybe that's the case. But you tell me in the comment section what you think it is. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is appreciated. And with all that said, give this video a thumbs down.
Say you wanna get in.